What's going on, guys? We are out here with Maxx V2 again today, and we're going to be doing a comparison. We have the Maxx V1 sitting in the garage waiting for our second driver to show up and take on the track that we just groomed out. Today we're starting off with something a little different. I made a jump out of snow here. I've got no idea how well it's going to work, and I want to try and hit this. But it actually seemed like it worked pretty well. So, since this battery lasts a little longer, we're going to start this video off by doing a few stunts, maybe, if we can. Bashing the Maxx around. It was negative 20 degrees yesterday. Today it's negative 5, so it feels, it's positive 5, so it feels incredibly warm even though it's really hot today. Seems like our snow ramp does actually work quite well as long as we hit it moving. But what we're going to be doing today is, since I just had the realization that with two supposedly identical Traxxas slashes, one works much better in the snow because of the tires in the other. Today we're going to compare the version 2 Maxx on its sledgehammer tires to the stock version 1 Maxx, and we're going to see what's better. Obviously, if one of them makes it easier to hit ramps, that'd be great, since I'm struggling a lot with this right now. There we go. Successful backflip off the ramp. And we'll bring it back and see what the V1 Maxx looks like now. Alright, you got the V1 Maxx on the snow now. I guess I'll go give it the boot to flip it back over. Just see if the tires make any difference in the snow here. So far it's not as bad as the slash we were using. Let's see if she can come around and give it a second try. Sort of missed the ramp that time. Maybe we'll get a backflip third time's a charm. Okay, another attempt at this. Not sure what's going on with that, but yeah, body ejected because that body's been landed on quite a bit like that, so the body's cracking apart. But we'll flip her back over and go for another shot. We got them lined up again. We'll try the Maxx V2 first, me driving one-handed as I film. That was a miserable failure. Maybe better luck with the V2 with a dedicated driver that's also not filming. No, half a backflip though. Ooh, almost buried the V2, but we got out. We'll try again. Alright, here we go again. Almost got it. Little conics have bounced off the bumper. We'll bring the V2 back around, if I can help myself. I'll try hitting that ramp going the other way in a minute now. Got the V1 coming back for hopefully redemption. And it's on the roof again. So we might just move over to the track now. We're going to try hitting the ramp going this way. And we'll move over to the track now. Okay, we've assumed the position standing in the back of our pickup truck. I've got the controls of the V2 Maxx with this little thumb steering thing. I'll try and drive while I film, and our handy dandy little assistants got the controls of the V1, and we'll see how they go on the snow. And I guess 3, 2, 1, go. V2 seems to pull a little bit harder with the new tires. Trying my best to stay on the track driving with one hand. It's definitely not as bad as the stock slash was at the green Maxx by the look of it, since it seems to actually be moving. Get past me on the inside. And I should put it in the snowbank. Trying to keep myself on the track, and I buried it. Oh, I'm gonna have to go grab that then. Whoops. Okay, we're back on track. Maxx V1's taking a head start, and we'll get to go with this. See how much better they handle. Jumping the inside corner there. Oh, I jumped the inside corner and flipped it. I'll have to go fetch that again. Damn. But so far it seems like the V2 maybe handles a little bit better on the... I don't know if that's going to work. The V2 handles slightly better on the snow maybe, but doesn't quite do backflips as well maybe. Alright, we're back at the stand. We have switched cars now, so I have control of the V1 Max. And I guess 3, 2, 1, go. Try and get some opinions of how different they actually handle. V1 is definitely a lot slipperier on the snow here. Still accelerates decently well in the snow, but it's definitely a little slower to accelerate, a lot more understeer, and a lot more tail happy between, I guess, the chassis difference and the tire difference. Tires are not horrible on the snow, but they are definitely not biting as well as the sledgehammers of the V2 do, and it's a little bit more difficult to make it around the corner. It's a little bit easier to spin out and a lot harder to get around the corners with. But purpose of switching drivers was to try and eliminate bias from that. So with me filming while driving, I was able to stay ahead with the V2. Switching cars, it looks like I'm going to be struggling to catch up here. It's definitely a lot looser on the snow, a lot more tail happy, and a lot more understeer, so it's a little bit harder to get around the corners with the V1. I don't know if I'm ever going to catch up at this rate. Oh, he spun out. So hopefully this is maybe making the difference between these two a little bit more obvious, as she is pulling away, probably going to lap me in a couple minutes here if I can't catch up. Oh, spun out again. Yeah, the V1 is definitely, seems to be better for stunts, and it's probably more durable since the arms are shorter. But it is much more, around the snow track here, it is much more difficult to keep it in line. Almost lost it. Yeah, I'm thinking I'm probably going to get lapped here pretty quickly. Even if I take the shortcut there and completely cut off part of the line. Lost control of the car at that corner. And railing that corner on the outside of the snowbank. Pretty sideways again with this. Doing my best to film myself while I drive around the track. Not super easy, but I'm managing to stay on the track for the most part. Oh, here she comes to lap me. I guess once I get lapped, I will admit defeat, but the V2 definitely handles the snow, or at least handles on the snow track a heck of a lot better than the V1 does. Maybe I can hold her off. Nope, squeaks right by on the inside, and I promptly spin out to completely get off the position again. Let's see if I can make a comeback to reclaim my position after I've been lapped. Try and use more throttle. We'll get a little bit sendier at the corners and a little bit faster in the straights to try and make up some time. And we'll just straight up cut that part of the track off, and we'll cut this part of the track off too. And hey, we're still not catching up, even with my blatant cheating. These are a lot of fun. I got the snow is nice and packed in for these things. These are handling like a lot of fun on this, and really enjoying the snow in the winter. And the upside is it's not covering them in dirt, so the cleanup's much easier. But yeah, I'm gonna admit defeat here. The V2 is definitely, especially on the snow here, the V2 is much faster around the track as far as that comparison goes. I guess we'll keep turning some laps here, and maybe some people find this interesting to see what these handle like on a track in the snow. So I haven't seen too many tracks like this posted anywhere online, so maybe some people find this interesting, and we can try out a bunch of different cars and see how everything handles on a surface like this. Take another shortcut. Taking a big shortcut. Take another big shortcut. Try and catch up. Oh, we're gonna take another shortcut. Find punter off the track to catch up, but it is not working. Despite my best efforts to cheat, I can't. Guess for fun now, we can switch back trucks here, and we'll see if the roles reverse again. Okay, so we've switched back. I've got the controls of the V2, and we'll see if the roles reverse once again. 3, 2, 1, go. Try and get off the line a little bit easier without immediately crashing into her. Oh yeah, much faster now. I can already feel the speed coming on easier. I have the disadvantage of filming while I drive and only having one hand, and despite that, I've already made the pass. So I think what we can, gather from this is V2 is, especially on snow around the track, V2 is definitely much faster and seems to handle and drive quite a bit smoother, easier, with more grip. I've noticed that, like, in the corners with this, it's a lot easier to slide the new Maxx around the corner. I guess the longer wheelbase helps with sending it sideways into the corners, whereas the V1, you saw me spinning out quite a bit with it. Whereas the new one, I can kind of just bury the throttle and get her up to some pretty good speeds. So hopefully that was at least slightly interesting. We'll do a few more laps here with me shutting up in case anybody's curious. And then we'll see you guys later. So yeah, there we have it with the V2s. Definitely, trying to get hit by that one. Definitely much better in snow than the V1 is. Seems to handle the track a lot better. And we'll try and go off into the distance here if I can keep myself pointed straight. Oh, I'm upside down. Okay, we're back out here again. Bonus clip, since I lied, we've having battery left and we started putting around in the snow here. So, bonus clip, we'll just put around out here and maybe you can notice the difference because we've been trading cars back and forth and noticing that they do drive drastically differently in the snow here. Try and chase the V1. And I buried it almost immediately. Well, now that'll be the end of it. Long story short, after we swapped, now we're both buried. Long story short, after we swapped back and forth a few times, the new tires are definitely much, at least in the snow here, they bite a lot better. And the longer wheelbase is definitely more stable, especially with the Y kit. But on our snow ramp over there, we tried doing some flips, and the V2 is definitely much more difficult to get it to do backflips and stuff. So if you're doing stunts, V1's the way to go. If you're buying one truck to do everything, probably get the V2. But if you want to do flips and stuff, the V1's definitely far better. Now we'll leave you guys all staring into the distance of the frozen